Hey guys, in 7-4 we're learning elimination using multiplication. Now elimination using multiplication is very similar to elimination, and we'll kind of see what happens when we do elimination by multiplication. So I want you guys to go ahead and write down these two equations on your paper. So example 1 and these two equations. Okay, so I'll do it on the side for you guys. 3x plus 4y. I'm trying really hard to write nicely, okay? Equals 6, and 5x plus 2y is equal to negative 4. Now the way that this works is when we look at it, when we eliminate, you remember the coefficient, meaning the number in front of the variable, needs to be the same. But when we look here, the coefficient in front of x is different, right? We have two different coefficients. And then when we look at the y, the coefficients in front of the y, the 4 and 2, are also different. So we can't add or subtract to eliminate either the x or the y right now. Now what we have to do is we have to multiply one of these equations to get either the x coefficient or the y coefficients to be the same. Okay, we want them to be the same. So in this case, we're going to multiply all of this equation by 2 to get this 2y to become 4y. Okay, so we're multiplying the second equation by 2, or I should say negative 2. We're going to multiply by negative 2 to get this equation to be the same coefficient for the 4. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it for us. 3x plus 4y is equal to 6. That's the first equation. Now we're going to rewrite the second one. Negative 2 times 5x gets us negative 10x. Negative 2 times 2y gets us negative 4y, or minus 4y. And that's equal to negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. Some students ask me, Mr. O, is it okay if we multiply by positive 2? That's okay. If you multiply positive 2, in the end, you're going to subtract. But in this case, we're going to do addition. So we're going to do addition. So 3x plus negative 10x is 7x. 4y plus negative 4y gets us 0. And 6 plus 8 gets us 14. So now we have 7x is equal to 14. We're going to divide by 7. And we're going to get x is equal to 2. Now that's one part of the equation. Remember the second part, we have to plug it back in to get y. So 3 times 2 plus 4y is equal to 6. We have 6 plus 4y is equal to 6. I messed up somewhere, didn't I, guys? This should be negative 7, negative 7. This should be negative 2. So this should be negative 2. We should have negative 6. We add 6 to both sides. 4y is equal to 12. Divide by 4, y is equal to 3. Okay? So your final answer will be negative 2, comma 3. Alright? For example 2, our two equations are 3x plus 4y is equal to negative 25. And then we have 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. Now in this case, again, we just cannot eliminate, right? The coefficient in front of the x are different, and the coefficients in front of the y are also different. And so we have to multiply, but now we notice we can't multiply x and y by one number to get these to be the same. So we have to actually multiply both the top equation and the bottom equation by a number. Well, let's see what's easiest for us to work with, right? It says eliminate x here, so let's try to eliminate the x. So we have to ask yourself, what is the common multiple of the numbers in front of the x, the coefficients in front of x? So the common multiple in front of x here is going to be 2 times 3 to get 6, the common multiple, and 3 times 2 to get 6. And I'm going to multiply it by negative 3. So we're looking for the common multiple. And so the common multiple between 3 and 2 is going to be 6. So now we have 6x plus 8y is equal to negative 50. And negative 6x plus 9y is equal to negative 18. And then we are going to add, because 6x plus negative 6x is 0. 8y plus 9y is 17y. And then negative 50 plus negative 18 gets us negative 68. We divide by 17, and then we get y is equal to negative 4. So y is equal to negative 4. And then we plug in negative 4 back into our original equation. Okay. And then we get 2x plus 12 is equal to 6. 2x is equal to negative 6. So x is equal to negative 3. So we get negative 3 comma negative 4 for our ordered pair. Now, method 2, what we're going to try to do for method 2 is we're going to eliminate the y. So in the first one, we eliminated the x's by getting the common multiple of 6. In this case, we're going to multiply the common multiple for the y's to get y by itself. Okay. If possible, excuse me, try to pause it here, and I want you guys to try to solve this by yourself. So in order to eliminate the y, we need to get the common multiple between 3 and 4. The common multiple between 3 and 4 is 12. So we're going to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 4. Oh, I shouldn't make that. Let me redo this. The top by 3 and the bottom by 4. So we get 9x plus 12y is equal to negative 75. And then we get 8x minus 12y is equal to 24. Now, how do we get the y's to become 0? We have to add. So 17x plus 0 is equal to negative. Oh, I just realized I wasn't recording. Probably a bunch of numbers just came out, so I'll just reiterate. So what we did is we decided to do addition, and we did 9x plus 8x to get 17x, and then negative 75 plus 24 gets us negative 51. 12y plus negative 12y gets us 0. We divided by 17, and we got x is equal to negative 3. And then now we plug in negative 3 back to get our y. So we plugged it in. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 minus 3y is equal to 6. Negative 3y is equal to 12. Y is equal to negative 4. So we have negative 3 comma negative 4. Okay, and here's just kind of a concept summary. So basically we learned 5 different methods of solving linear equations, and you don't have to write this down. I just want you guys to look here with me, okay? So the first method that we learned was graphing. For graphing, we learned that the best time to use it is basically to estimate a solution. Okay, it doesn't graphing, remember, it doesn't give us an exact solution. So the best time to use it is when we just want to estimate the solution. The times that we want to use substitution is if one of the variables in either equation has a coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Basically what that means is if x or y is by itself, that's probably the best situation to use substitution. Elimination using addition is used when we have, for instance, 2x and a negative 2x. Then we want to add these to get 0. Okay, so that's what they mean by opposite coefficients. There's a positive 2x and a negative 2x. For subtraction, we want to use it if it's the same coefficient. So we have 3x minus 3x. We have to use subtraction, or negative 3x and negative 3x. We would also use subtraction to make this plus plus. Okay. And then lastly, elimination using multiplication. What we just learned, we use when the coefficients are not 1 and -1, and then they cannot be eliminated by doing addition or subtraction. Okay, so this is just the different ways we know how to use it. You guys will get better with it. Now for this last equation, we have example 3 says determine the best method. So we have 4x minus 3y is equal to 12 and x plus 2y is equal to 14. So you have to decide, is it better to use substitution or elimination or graphing to figure out our solution? Okay. Sometimes some people might like elimination better. Sometimes some people might like substitution better. Okay. You can use for instance, in this equation, substitution seems the easiest because we can get x by itself in that second equation. It doesn't seem like elimination is a possibility because the coefficients are not the same for x and y, meaning the number in front of x and y is not the same. We have 4 and 1 here, and then we have 3 and 2 over here. We might be able to use multiplication. We can multiply the bottom equation, this bottom one, by 4 to get a common coefficient. And so what I want us to do here is, and I know this is going to be kind of hard, but I want you guys to go ahead and just pause it here, and I want you guys to figure out an answer. Okay? Maybe we can do the first row tries elimination, the second row tries substitution, and then you keep alternating. And I want you guys to check the answers by yourselves. Okay, check within yourselves and try to figure out, do we still get the same answers? And hopefully you guys can see, oh, we should all be getting the same answers. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys took some good notes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Your responsibility today, if you guys have time in class, is to go ahead and start your homework, get your homework done, and then we'll turn it in tomorrow, okay? All right.